guys, it is so good to be back with you today here at the Nourished Festival. I am Mandi Pimental from the brand Nosh and Nurture and the TV show The Clean Plate with Mandi. And today I'm going to be making two delicious allergen-free and allergen-friendly recipes with you today. So the first one that we're going to be making is a pad thai salad that is nut-free, and if you stick around while I make the salad, I'm going to show you a way at the end on how to make it kid-friendly, so your kids are going to want to eat delicious rainbow salad. And second, I am going to be making French bread pizza 4 ways, and also showing you how to get your kiddos involved in these spring picnic recipes. Again, I'm happy to be here with you again. Okay, so for your pad thai salad, I'm going to show you all the ingredients that you're going to need to have on hand to make it at home. So you're going to need 3 cups of baby kale, 2 cups of cabbage, a 15-ounce can of chickpeas, a 1/4 cup of micro cilantro, or regular cilantro works well as long as it's fresh. You need a teaspoon of garlic, teaspoon of ginger, 1 teaspoon of sriracha, or more or less depending on how spicy you like your salad, 2 limes juiced, a tablespoon of maple syrup, 1/2 tablespoon of sesame oil, 2 tablespoons of coconut aminos, a 1/4 cup of sunflower seed butter, 2 tablespoons of water, as well as a red bell pepper, a cucumber, a purple onion, and 1/2 cup of shredded carrots. All right, now let's put all of these beautiful ingredients together and make a salad. So I'm going to start with a big bowl. That way you can have it to serve out of and it looks beautiful presented. So we're going to take our 3 cups of baby kale. Put that in. We're going to take our 2 cups of cabbage. Pour that in. And we're going to take our 1/4 cup of micro cilantro. Put that in. That way you have your base of greens all in there. So many vitamins and antioxidants, and I'm just so excited about this salad. So next we're going to chop our veggies. So I'm just going to be using 1/2 of the bell pepper for this salad because I actually want to show you guys something really fun to do with part of it at the end to get your kids excited about salad. But if you were to be making this salad at home, I would say go ahead and use the entire bell pepper. I always keep a bowl in the kitchen for trash. It makes cleanup so easy. So we're just going to slice that up. So here we go. And then I'm just going to dice it. Especially when you have your whole family sharing the same meal. I dice it into smaller pieces so it's easier for kids to eat. It's more inviting that way. The red bell pepper and the orange carrot and the green cucumber and the purple onion. You can even add yellow squash or yellow bell pepper as well, because then it makes for fun conversation around the table with your kids too. You know, you can talk about eating the rainbow, and it's a really good educational way to go through and teach them about what each food group does for our bodies. You know, orange is good for our eyes, red foods are good for our hearts. Different things like that. So same goes for the cucumber here. You can go ahead and use the entire cucumber. I am just going to use 1/2 of it. And again, if you have little toddlers eating with you, you can dice the cucumber so it's easier to pick up and eat. My son is 5 now, so he actually likes the cucumber in big rounds. So I'm just going to put it in just like you would any other salad that you're making. And then you can julienne or slice your carrots. I did so beforehand. So I'm just going to add those in. And then lastly, we're just going to get some of this purple onion. So pretty. All right, so once you have all of your beautiful vegetables in there, you can see all the color really coming together and that salad now really pops. We are going to make the dressing after we add our chickpeas. Our chickpeas are going to be the last thing we're going to put on top. This is going to add a good amount of protein to this salad. The salad is vegan. So this adds a pop of protein to keep you full if you're using this salad as a meal. So now I'm going to show you how to make the delicious dressing. All right, now we are going to make our dressing. So like I said, this dressing is a little bit sweet, a little bit tangy, a little bit spicy, and absolutely delicious, and it's what makes this salad the pad thai salad. So you're going to use a mason jar, because this dressing is actually better shaken, not stirred. It's true. So we're going to put all of the ingredients in, and then you're going to give it a good shake, so it's fun too. Especially if you have your kids involved in this part too. So we're going to go ahead and add in our ginger. We're going to add in our garlic, our lime juice, our sriracha, and you can add more or less sriracha to taste. I do a teaspoon just because, like I said, I do have kiddos eating it too, but if you like it spicy, add a little more. Got our maple syrup to add a little sweetness. We've got our sesame oil, our water, our coconut aminos. So this is taking the place of soy sauce, since soy is a top 8 allergen. We want to avoid that. And then we've got our sunflower seed butter. So this is taking the place of a traditional peanut butter in a peanut sauce. Just plop that in there. Get it all in there. A little messy, but fun. Okay, so now, after all your ingredients are in, we're going to put that lid back on. Make sure it's on tight. And then you're just going to start to swirl it together. So after you give it a few swirls, just give it a good shake. Put on some music in your kitchen, dance around. Like I said, it's fun. And if you doubled the recipe list, if you just doubled the amount, you could fill a whole jar, and then you could just keep it in the fridge for up to a week, and then you can just have extra dressing on hand. I love homemade salad dressing. You know it's cleaner, you know it's healthier, it's delicious, easy to make. All right, so once it's all well combined, we are going to put it on our salad and then dish it up. So you can go ahead and use the entire jar of what you made, unless you doubled your recipe, and then you'll just want to use half of it for this. But just drizzle it all over the top. Oh, it smells so good. Okay. And then you'll take your salad tongs and you'll just mix everything together. So then once everything is combined, you are ready to serve. Serve immediately. If you are making this ahead of time, just put it in the fridge to chill so that it stays nice and fresh with all those veggies in there. But it is so colorful, so beautiful, and like I said, it is so fragrant and it's so nutritious. So I hope you have enjoyed making a pad thai salad with me today. It is allergen-free and packed full of goodness. All right, so now that I showed you the salad, I'm going to show you some ways to make it fun for kids. Now, you can make healthy, nutritious food bright and colorful and fun, and sometimes kids still won't get there yet, and that's okay. There's many ways to get nutritious food and supplements into your kiddos, but I am going to show you a couple tips that have helped us and that have helped some of my viewers and clients get their kids to be more excited about the food that you put on your table. Now, my first tip is for older kids, kids 5, 6, 7 years old. My son Greyson is almost 5, and he has actually started asking to use our dishes like mommy and daddy use at the table. Why can't I use a glass? Why can't I have the fancy glass plate? And so we've noticed that as we make that transition and make him feel older and kind of more part of the family at the table, he's more enough to eat the food that we put on those dishes. So I have actually served his salad in a glass white bowl just like ours, and I upgraded his flatware, from just like the rubber or plastic handled toddler dishes to still something that's small and easily manipulative for a small hand, but that looks more like our flatware, and you can find those in almost any store. Okay, so one of the things that once the salad is done, you can add some veggies on top that are super fun. So I just picked these little mini cookie cutters up online. They come in all different shapes, bunnies and flowers and hearts and stars, and I got a whole package of them for only a few dollars. So if you just cut some shapes out of the leftover veggies that you have from the salad, they're super easy to use, and you can just pop the shape out and decorate the salad. So I've already done like a little flower cucumber, we have a little red pepper heart, a little cucumber star, and you can do this also with like carrot rounds and just different colors of bell pepper. It's gonna add that little whimsy to their food, something that's fun, something you can talk about. We'll go ahead and do one more little cucumber star because these are fun to make. I like having fun in the kitchen. I like doing this too when we do like our little meat and cheese platters. And then they also, another tip is they have these really cute little food picks that you can get online that they can actually use as their fork to pick up the salad, or you can just decorate their bowl with them. And then it's like they have little friends that came to lunch. So just a couple tips just to add those little moments of fun to mealtime that are going to make your kids more excited to get this delicious, healthy, allergen-free food into their little growing bodies. So thanks so much for checking out the pad thai salad. Stay tuned because we have an allergen-free French bread pizza 4 ways. Before I continue, I need to call my little helper out to the kitchen. This would be the time for you guys to call your little helpers into the kitchen too. Hey Greyson! Hey, can you help me? So if you guys remember, this is my son Greyson. He's almost 5 now, and he is the best kitchen helper. All right, so what are we making today? You want me to tell them? Okay, we are making French bread pizzas 4 ways. So we're gonna show you what we're using for our 4 French bread pizzas. And you can use whatever you have at home, whatever you like on your pizzas. It's pizza, so get fun and creative in the kitchen with your kids. So we're gonna be using 2 different sauces. What kind of sauce do we have here? We've got marinara and barbecue. We've got some dairy-free, soy-free shredded mozzarella, pepperoni. That you ate. Yeah, it was delicious. What do you like on your pizza? You want me to tell? Okay, I'll get there. Shredded chicken, Italian sausage, bell pepper, purple onion, and then Greyson likes pineapple, right? Yeah, and black olives, parsley, and then for the bread we've got garlic and olive oil. I'm going to be using 2 gluten-free French baguettes that we're going to slice lengthwise to make our 4 pizza halves. You'll want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. We're going to oil and garlic them and just pop them in the oven just for 5 minutes to brown them before we put on our toppings. Are you excited to put on our toppings? You excited to put on our toppings? No more pineapple? Yeah, we're going to put it on our pizza. You ready? All right, so let's get into the oven. All right, so you're gonna take a knife and just take it down your bread here. There you go. So that way you have 2 nice flat sides there. And Greyson, I'm gonna actually have you help me here. Here's some olive oil and a little brush. If you could just start brushing the bread with that, I'll cut this one. You can hold on to the bread there just so it stays still for you. Pizza is such a fun way to get kids involved in the kitchen. It's a fun dinner, it's a yummy dinner, and you can make it a nutritious dinner when you choose healthy toppings. We really like to look for organic ingredients, nitrate-free ingredients, of course, always gluten and dairy-free in our kitchen. Things that have nutritional value like vegetables and fruits, and things that make it colorful because kids love that colorful food like we talked about before. You were doing a great job, buds. So we got them oiled, so we're going to sprinkle some garlic on each one. You want to help me with sprinkling? Oh, you're good sprinkler. Okay, so you just take some fingers and you just pinch the garlic, and you sprinkle it over. Oh, you are a pro. That's fantastic. There you go. So there's so many ways that you can have your kiddos help. Oh, you're gonna do all of it. Okay, thank you. All right, these two I think are good in garlic, so you can just get these two, and we'll get them in the oven. That way it's not too strong. All right, and this is a little bit on that one. Just kind of over it. Beautiful. Okay, these are ready. Oh, just a little bit more. Okay, now that we got the bread oiled and garlicked, we're going to pop it in the oven. So make sure your oven was preheated to 350 degrees, and we're just gonna put it in just for about 5 minutes until the bread gets brown. All right, so we've just browned the bread. Oh, it's so golden. Oh, it smells so yummy. Okay, so we're gonna take it right over here. And then just for the safety for the little ones, I'm gonna take it off the hot pan, just transfer it to a smaller sheet for us to put the toppings on. Ooh, hot? Yeah, they're warm. Okay, but now this pan's on. So good. All right, so I'm gonna put those in front of you. Right there. Smells good, huh? So garlicky. Okay. So now, before we do our toppings, I'm just going to chop this onion and pepper really quick. Can I chop it? Mommy will do the big knife part. We're gonna put all the toppings on together.
Can I do it with a wood chop?
That's for the sauce. It's our little sauce spoon. All right. So the four chop choppy. Chop choppy.
That my favorite.
We'll just kind of keep these to the side.
Who's that my favorite?
So what kind of pizza are you gonna make?
What kind of where is that?
What knife?
That one knife.
Oh, that wasn't a knife. It's cool. Super spoon. Okay. All right. So we have our ingredients ready to go. So the 4 pizzas that we're going to be doing today. One is going to be a traditional cheese and pepperoni. We're going to be doing a barbecue chicken pizza. We're going to be doing a supreme pizza. And then we're going to let Mr. Greyson here be a pizza artist and do whatever it is he's going to make. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're going to lay out our breads and we're going to get to making some art. Now again, you want to leave your oven preheated at 350 degrees because once our toppings are on, we're going to put them in, let our cheese get all melty, and bake them just for about 10 minutes. Do you want marinara or do you want barbecue sauce? You want a little bit of both?
Yeah.
Okay. So is this yours right here? Which one? Is this one. You like this one. All right. So go ahead and put some sauce on it. And you can use the spoon to spread it also. This is such a fun way to get your kids feeling like they're creative. It's good for motor skill. And it teaches them about the foods that they're eating, which makes them more excited about eating foods that are nutritious. So while you put some cheese on yours, I'm going to start the sauce on this one here. So like I said, you can do any variation of pizzas. These are just the 4 that we chose. These are great for if you do parties or if your kids have sleepovers or just for like Friday nights with the family. But like I was saying, one topic that we like, an alien pizza? Oh, because it's got antennas on it? That looks really cute. Oh, really delicious. One of the topics that we like to talk about at the family table is all the benefits of food. With my background as a nutritionist, it's a huge passion of mine to educate my children from a young age, as well as my clients' children, on what it is that they're eating, what it does for our bodies, and why it's important to make good choices. So when you work with kiddos in the kitchen, it always gets a little messier, but it's always worth it. I can tell you that as a mama. It's worth the extra cleanup to have your kids have that valuable, not just the memories. Oh, that looks so good. Not just the memories, but just all of the education that you're giving them about what they're putting in their bodies, because that is my #1 passion, is what we put in our bodies. they grow and even as adults. Alright, and then for the last one, I'm gonna do our traditional. So it's just gonna be sauce and cheese and some pepperoni. And you can actually make these in batches too. Sometimes we'll do like 2 to 4 loaves. Get them ready, bake them, and you can actually freeze them. Collision. We've frozen them before, and then you just thaw them and just heat them in the oven. Then you have an easy, quick dinner. This is already pretty easy and quick, but to have them already prepped and made. All right, they look great. Got a little bit more sauce on yours? Just a little bit more there? Okay. So they're ready to go in the oven. We're gonna put them in the oven for 350 degrees, just for about 10 minutes. We just wanna get the cheese to get really melty and those vegetables to soften a little bit, and then we'll see you right back here. All right, those are done. Oh, they look so good and they smell incredible. Ooh. Yeah. There we go. When you make the 4 different pizzas, the aroma is just amazing. All right, so that is French bread pizza 4 ways. We've got our traditional, our supreme, our barbecue chicken, and our kids' creation. It's easy, it's fun. Get in the kitchen with your kiddos and make some memories and make some good food. We're gonna go have these for lunch. Before we do, I still have my live Q&A with you guys coming up, so you can just type in your questions in the chat box right here in our little room. I hope to see you guys at an in-person festival so soon. You can find more of me at www.noshandnurture.com or on social media at Nosh and Nurture, as well as watching my TV show, The Clean Plate with Mandy, on Amazon Prime Video or on the Roku channel by searching the NVE TV app. Thanks guys, bye.